Carl Munson and Michael Brodie here with another ONversation. Carl Munson to the right of your screen, just in case you're in any doubt, and CEO and founder of OurNet, Michael Brodie, to your left. Hi, Michael.
Hi there, Carl. Good to see you.
And to see you too. I'm enjoying our regular chats now by way of an introduction to what we're doing at OurNet, and specifically an induction for the technical team who we are looking for right now. Not as we speak, because we're speaking to each other, but we're in the process of recruiting a technical team. Would you mind very quickly just highlighting the skills and the type of people we're looking for, just to put that into context?
Yeah, sure, Carl. We're looking for a team of 3 people initially. We're looking for people that are flexible, who are really committed to what we're doing. And in terms of their skills, we want a Scrum Master stroke, project owner stroke, all-round great person who could initially manage the team. We're looking for a general purpose programmer, and we're also looking for a user interface stroke programmer person.
Wonderful. And these guys, gals, I use that term in the most universal sense, will be based in our new Aveiro office in Portugal, which is a fabulous place. And it's a wonderful opportunity. I was saying this the other day on Facebook, actually. It's immersed in OurNet as I am, as we are all the time. It's easy to forget what a wonderful opportunity this is, to be working in a global transformation project in this fabulous new office in this wonderful country of Portugal. And the town of Aveiro has a lot to commend it in terms of quality of life for people who like surfing and beaches. It has those in abundance, as Portugal does, and a really nice, easygoing vibe. So it's a really interesting position, a really great position, I think, for people who are looking for something slightly different. Certainly with the emphasis on transformation. And that's something else I was hoping to talk, if I could squeeze a little bit more out of you today, as it were, Michael, this business of the difference between change and transformation. And this is what we're going to be asking these folks to be involved in, is the business of transformation, and specifically on the level of community, which is where we're at in OurNet in terms of how we're positioned as a virtual village rather than a series of connected caves, which is the analogy you could give to other social media. Is people are in their little caves, aren't they? They're sort of joined up if they're lucky. But OurNet is taking a community approach. We're looking to work with communities in the first instance. That'll be my job as community builder, to work. And this is an unusual opportunity, because there's not many social networks, as it were, who will be prepared to come off from the online place into the offline place and work closely with communities. But that's the position we've got at the moment, where we're able to work with communities to find out exactly what they would require from an online space that really supports them. So that's a really big and different thing. But to connect community and transformation, a lot of communities, a lot of people talk about change, but not necessarily transformation, so there's a distinction there. Could you go into that for us, what that distinction is?
Yeah, well, I'll use the example of Facebook, which is something almost everyone knows, is that there are problems with Facebook. So they're looking to incrementally change Facebook to make it work better. And the trouble with change is you're looking at it from the context of what you already know. So Facebook know that they've got a model, they've got a business model, they've got a communication model. And they're tinkering with that to try and improve it. But they're not really questioning the whole underlying concepts or precepts which actually have generated the whole Facebook thing. The beauty about transformation is you step outside of the context that you find yourself in, and you invent a new possibility. And it's a new possibility which inspires you. So for me, the possibility of OurNet is the possibility of vibrant communities working well together, transforming the world. That's what really inspired me. And that creates a different attitude to, we've got problems on Facebook, what can we do to sort it?
Fantastic, thank you for that. And that really is the invitation from me as OurNet's community builder, is communities do use Facebook, for example. I mean, other social networks are available, and even more coming into the space every day to try and address these problems. And as you're highlighting there, Mike, they're talking about changing how it is. rather than necessarily creating a new grand context in which things can occur. And that's my invitation to communities the world over. I mean, it don't have to be in Portugal, because of the way the world is now, and because of how you and I are talking. We're not in the same room, Michael. I want to talk to communities, and I want to give that invitation to communities to join us in imagining and visioning OurNet in an entirely new context. So it might be that communities at the moment are like, how can we change Facebook to make it work better for us? How do we stop seeing all these ads? How do we stop our data being sold? The invitation here from OurNet and from me is to work closely with me to think about a community, online community support network that would really work for you. In the biggest and most blue sky of ways. You know, what do you really want? So rather than tinkering with what is, how could it be made a little bit better? How can we change it incrementally? What would be ideal? What would be the greatest way for a community to talk to itself, to each other, for the greatest good, and to get, you know, to the full circle of what OurNet is all about, which is creating a world that works for all. So a world that works within your specific community, and then, you know, really OurNet, and I was thinking the other day, is like the community of communities would be another way of seeing it. But we have this incredible space, incredible openness, incredible new context at the moment to get involved and talk with us about what you would really like, rather than being locked into this position, which I think, you know, it's fair to say human beings are in this position, Michael, aren't they, a lot of the time, which is changing what is around them and their immediate worldview rather than taking the biggest picture.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's important to you know, some little things don't work in life and you change it. That's absolutely fine. But when your behaviour, when your organisation, when your systems are creating problems, just as are being created at the moment with Facebook, with Cambridge Analytica, the whole stuff around Donald Trump, around Brexit, etc., etc., etc. When those things are actually causing problems, it's time to step back and actually have not just a look at how we can do it better, but how we can transform the whole situation. The whole situation needs transforming, and OurNet can do it.
Hear, hear. So if you're one of those people who wants to join the team, the technical team, do get in touch with us. Michael at OurNet.co or Carl at OurNet.co. And if you're one of those communities who would like to think in the biggest possible way and work with me, in many ways, you know, this is a current and unique opportunity, because as this scales up, we're not going to be able to work with every single community that wants to work with us. So this is the time to step forward and look at how you can help us co-create, shape a network, an online space that would work so brilliantly and beautifully for you. And I invite you to think big and to get in touch with me, Carl at OurNet.co. Michael, did you want to add anything to that?
I think you put it in a nutshell, Carl. This is an opportunity for people to get involved, whether they're programmers or whether they're communities, and create a perfect platform to change the world.
Yay! Okay, and take a look as well. If you don't want to get straight in touch with us, find out more about what we're doing at www.ournet.news. Thank you very much. Thank you, Michael. Thanks to everyone for listening.
And thank you, Carl.